Hello chickadees, my name is Sarahtiel and welcome back to Aviary Attorney. The last second part I left off this where, well, I was going up against the trial of Caterline and I felt like I did not so hot. I felt like I did a terrible job on finding evidence, and on the second part of this where she was about to get guillotined and I felt so terrible. So I decided to go back and maybe change a few things, maybe be more nicer to the Baron, the guy that was really part of that invited Caterline and her father for the dinner and what happened on the murder of the crime. And I came back to see that when I continued that, wait a minute, what's going on? January 17th, 1848. Wait a minute. Parole du Livre. Wait a minute, this didn't come up last time I was doing this. What? Let us be original, seigneurs. I am sure that this is a simple misunderstanding. A fox? There is no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest the Spaniard. Wait a minute. Did somebody else die? Act 2, a fox among wolves. Wait, what? What's going on? I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up to office on Friday. But now it's midday on Monday and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should go look for him. I should wait around a little. I'm gonna look for him. I should probably go find him. His home would be a good place to start. But the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him in the hard way. January 10th? Wait. I'm gonna go back. Hold up. Quit without saving. Load a previous day. Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna go back to see if I could do something different. Yeah, January 5th. I must have went to a new trial or something. I don't know. Okay, I went to the prison. I wanted to go back to his house, Baron Rogel. Alright, I've already read all of this. Yeah, I gave the poor lady 1 franc. I'm still gonna do that. Seems like it's really nice. I don't know if it's gonna change any of the storyline, but I'm doing it anyways. Yep, he gets yelled at. He's calling the Baron over. No, we are attorneys. Yes, Sparrow. Can we look at your garden? Can we look at your upper hand and look for evidence? Thank you so much. Gee, thanks. Alright, yeah. Thank you. I went to the garden because one of the few important pieces was the cigar and the fountain. Yeah, I understand this. I'm gonna go check this just as a clear evidence, I suppose, but I also needed to go into the fountain. And then we had to flip a coin. And yes, Sparrowson is rigging the flip coin. So whatever I choose, it's just gonna be ending up as Falcon, us, to go into the fountain and look for the cigar. Yeah, you rigged the coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Yeah, freaking Kiwi doesn't want to get wet, even though Kiwis love water. No, I'm a bird, I'm not a fish. Yeah. Yep, cigar butt, evidence folder. And then what was really important too, other than that, was that I did a good thing by pressuring the maid to talk to her. Because if I didn't, she wouldn't have given me the cutlery. So I need to go talk to her, the giraffe housemaid, for talking to me and giving me the piece of evidence that was really important. Was that she at the dinner table, Caterline, the cat girl, whose photograph was taken, was that they didn't have any cutlery to eat, to have their fish and their steak. In the bloody paws that she had, she used it to eat her steak because they had no cutlery. They had nothing to cut with the steak. Is there anything else we should know about? Yeah, and then we need to pressure her to give her... Well, she was really nice enough to give it to us anyways, but I did a good call on that anyways. saw stealing. Yeah, she took the cutlery because she needs the money and she's trying to earn a little bit more than she's doing right now. Okay, and then from previous two, I was really mean to this guy. I thought I was actually being really good on trying to like being cool and trying to pressure him, but at the same time, I was actually being really rude to him because he was so nice to let me in and check around his house, and I shouldn't have done that. It flew past by my head, and I should have been a lot more nicer. I'm not gonna ask him about his housemaid because then that's gonna be like ratting her out. Baron Rogale, I would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder. Ho ho! Am I in trouble? Not at all, because I said, will you see, but I'm gonna go not at all and not be rude. No, not at all, nothing like that. We just gathered the full picture. I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for... I keep putting my hand behind my back because I feel so like... Finis and Pashia. They needed to be Finis when they went in there, so I'm being Finis now. But I am coming and I am getting justice. Oh, my throat is so bad right now. I'm sorry. I'm just so not used to talking and... talking so much, but... and all these like different voices are just hard on my throat right now. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner and this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but that wasn't even 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered that the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with? We'll be leaving. I don't want to ask him about his housemaid. I feel like that's prying too much. I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. Alright, and then... New day, January 6th. This is the trial. And I know I need to go straight to here. And I didn't go, when I went to the photographer, I didn't on the first day, I didn't get myself to go in through these doors. It's trial day, stop messing around, we need to head to the courthouse already. I didn't barge in on the first day, I thought that would be too much. I don't know, too rushed. Being even though I'm trying to solve a puzzle, I felt like if I did that, because now I don't have enough evidence, and I feel like if I did bash down that door, I might have a lot more evidence to help the case. If this doesn't go well, I'm gonna go back and see because I'm gonna go back to see if this goes wrong. I'm gonna go back and see on day 4, January 4th, if I'll bash down the door and just let myself in. Yeah, we're gonna be late and we need to go to the Justice Palace, of course. Now, I hope I can do better. I'm gonna get more confidence because last time he did not seem very enthusiastic. He didn't look, he's just... Are you nervous? Are you nervous, Falcon? Yeah, he's very nervous. Nope. Nope, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Wow, well at least one of us is feeling confident. Oh no. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Purse Patterson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon would just tell me how confident he was about being in the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull it through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best, Monsieur Falcon. We will. I really hope so, too. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. I hope so. I hope this is enough. I hope it is. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everyone here? J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Abington present. They're ready as a prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ah, I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I were at Paris Law School together. He was on all my classes. We kind of already all this, so I'm just gonna... I apologize if I'm skipping through all this, but I already read this. Yeah, we know about the court. And he's gonna bring out the rooster guy, Valerti, as one of the other detectives. Or inspectors. Yeah, and I have to ask him questions of what he saw. Because he wants to actually get rid of Caterline. But I don't want that. I want her to be saved. Yeah, and we found out too that he found out there were bloody paw prints on her. And I heard there was no such thing of anybody else telling me that there were bloody paw prints. Now, I do know that this was an important piece of evidence that I did not know about, so I'm going to be questioning about him because I know a lot more about that than he does. How much blood was there? Whose blood was it? Yeah. And I knew that it was from the stake. I do. Dame Cateline's pause. This was from the stake. Alright, on the evening of the murder, Dame Cateline ate a bloody rare steak. Is that true, Monsieur Rabington? Well, in the matter of speaking, I suppose steak might have been on the menu. The inspector would like to acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak. Well? Wait, don't answer this question, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gain a little favor for the jury. So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? No, hold on just a minute, Falcon. You are overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cateline is an elegant bourgeoise and shows no doubt but flawless etiquette on perfect table matters. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork on her left hand and a knife in her right, like a proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Oh, that is a good question, or at least it would be an out-and-ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happened, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Amy to eat with her paws. Dame Cateline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household has been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from Rogel residence from we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Rogel approached us with that very subject last night. Ah. Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. You gained a little favor from the jury. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, what was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge! I assure you, I'm the most thorough investigative officer in the force. Then it is amazing the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Heh. Oh dear. Oh dear, Amy, oh dear, dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it, messieurs. Until next time. Did I win? Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Next witness? Yes, yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon him. Let's see. Monsieur a photographer who attended the banquet at the last of the murder. I didn't see him. Monsieur Abito Rubino, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Is he a penguin? How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's a little cliche, to be honest. Could the witness be please introduced for the court record? As if anybody in this court does not immediately recognize me. I'm the great Monsieur Rubito Rubino, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture the very essence. Just say an artist who doesn't pip. I have no idea. You may have been seeing my works in Hip Mazing's La Branche or Ceste, Chotet. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubino, but let's get down to the business. Could you tell us your activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired on Barrigal to capture that evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening, appointed my camera, and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Rogel, and I left. Like a true artiste. And, with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that all could see for yourselves. Very good. Let's take a closer look. Wait a minute. Why isn't she in the picture? Caterline isn't in the picture, but the maid is. What? My word, is that an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see who we have here. In the middle, we see Baron Regel and the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see Seigneur Petua Bedouin, the father of the defendant, Dame Caterline. And finally, we see the husband, Caterline Duhat, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Monsieur Gonui. The second is the defendant, Caterline Duhat. This is quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Rabbington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they were in the garden together at the point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photographed subjects, we see the wall clock with the same time set at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Velotti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Caterline herself. Falcon, there's something very fishy. In the jail cell, Dame Caterline told us that she was present when the photograph took place, bouncing on the Rubinio's photograph. That's true, but I can't see Dame Caterline's testimony as evidence, as little weight. If I want to prove that Monsieur Rubinio's photograph is not a valid piece of evidence, I will have to dish out evidence of my own. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are just rock-solid evidence. Okay, select a statement of question. I know there are no hands on that clock. I set up my camera and captured the beauty of the photograph, then I build Baron Regel. I want to ask about the hands. I hope this is the right one. If it isn't, I'll have to go back and try again. It sucks. Monsieur Rubinio, you say that you have read at 7 o'clock. Give or take a couple of minutes, yes? How long did it take for you to say, but how do you know? Did he have to look at the clock or did he have his own watch on him? How do you know that you arrived at the 7? Well, the clock in the house read 6:45 when I left, and the walk to Chateau Cognier was around 15 minutes. I don't claim to be flawless timekeeper, but I'm a professional. I always stick to an appointment. Do you have another question about Remedia's time arrival? No. Set up my camera. Build. Camera. I would like to ask about your camera itself. Go on. Go on. How exactly does it work? Can a camera ever make mistakes? Because I can't fiddle around with this stuff. The people who actually judge, the judges actually see me if I make a lot of mistakes. And then that hurries up the process of Caterline getting a really bad ending. Oh, can a camera ever make mistakes? Never mind. I'll ask something else. Statement of question. Build the photograph. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. I see a mistake in the photograph. There we go! I was looking for something very similar to this. Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubinio photographs are direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased evidence. The photographs in this produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific? Certainly. Click on the area of the photograph. Yeah, I'm definitely clicking on this. The clock in this photograph. There is something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with this key of process evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Remington. I have the evidence that there's something wrong with that clock in that picture. This freaking, not the cigar, the clock. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7:06. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock of the lounge of Sarahtiel has no hands! It has no hands! The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Regella or your house herself, the housemaid, if you have doubts. Monsieur Rubino, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. The camera is flawless. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there is an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be. Please, monsieur, please don't patronize me. Us. Allow me to offer more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubino, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect you used the paint or ink to carefully put on the hands of the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. How would the witness do such a thing? Isn't obvious. By showing the photograph to have taken place, the precisely 7:30, it all clears the photograph subjects of the suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubino created the perfect alibi. I feel like I'm doing really good right now. A lot better. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Rubino coerced? Bribed? Threatened? Enough silence! Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Rubino. Fine! You've gotten me! I'm guilty! I did it all! You did it? You're confessing to the murder of the Monsieur Grenouille? What? No! I have no idea who got the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, they included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I do not, sir. Monsieur Rubino, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws. More than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall know that names. His claws? Did you hear that, Falcon? That is the most unfortunate. Monsieur Rubino, we shall not continue to torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime after all. But since you have admitted the falsifying evidence that we cannot keep you standing as the witness, take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Goodbye, Penguin. Intriguing, pretty convincing. I like his mustache. You gained a little favor from the jury. I'm doing so much better. I'm so happy. So the clocks of hands were painted on? So what? It doesn't matter. I hate you, Mr. Rabbington. You're really mean. The photograph still depicts Dame Caterline as an absence close to the time of the murder. That is significance. Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabbington. If the photograph is clearly genuine, it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of a night's events. Because if we can accept the one part of that picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that the other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Caterline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible the other person who was painted in. We know the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off for her photographer? Or was it Seigneur Patua de Moi, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks or means or motive. It wouldn't make sense for the Seigneur to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Regel deliberately tried to frame Dame Caterline. I knew it. I knew it. Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of community. We would never do such a thing. Monsieur Repington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. Oh, this is him. Maybe I should bet my opinion. But Baron, it's not the time of your witness testimony yet. So, you would think prosecutor... I'm still doing the hand behind my back thing. I should stop. Stop! So you would think prosecutor and yet see my good reputation getting tarnished by your own incompetence. This puff of smoke coming out. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good. And I trust the defense has no objections? No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear, prejudice, etc., etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Okay. Baron Regil, the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Gunwy left to visit the garden. I got an itch. Caterline followed behind his moments later. Seigneur Pertois, Monsieur and myself were engaged in a conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, that bad fade riddance penguin! I'm still mad at him. My housemaid left to go find Monsieur Guigny and Dame Caterline. That would be where I heard the cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from here. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Gunwy, I am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Cross-examination, the Baron. Wow, I did not think I'd be actually doing him, but I'm actually really glad. The dinner went magnificently well. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Gunwy left to visit the garden. Dame Caterline followed behind a few moments later. My housemaid discovered the pair just after the photographer left and called for help. She knew the dinner. I can ask him about that. What kind of questions do I have with these? Baron Regil, I'd like to have some questions about Monsieur Gunwy. God rest his soul. What was your relation to Monsieur Gunwy? Why did Monsieur Gunwy visit the garden? Ooh, these two questions are really good. I feel like I don't know very much about what Baron Regil know. Like, I don't know too much of like how they know each other. I don't think it's gonna hurt too much, can it? I'm gonna ask anyways. What was your relation to Monsieur Gunwy prior to his demise? We were business partners. Monsieur Gunwy, Seigneur Pertois de Moi, and myself are all a third share of an upcoming railway company. Excuse the crassness of this question, but that means that you and Seigneur Pertois would own half of the company each, correct? Correct! I suppose that's a slight glimmer of benefit that arose from the foul situation. But monsieur, you must understand that Monsieur Gunwy and I were such friends, we were business associates. I mourn that the man's passing. Of course. Do you have any other questions about... No. That is really good though. What questions do I have for the dinner? I like the dinner. Well, ask away. Red herring. That's not gonna help me about asking any of those questions. Let the visit to the garden. Baron, we saw the murder scene in your garden for yourselves. What's with all the horses? When was the last time you visited it? No, that's not gonna help me either. Let's choose a different topic. My housemaid discovered the pair. Oh my gosh, this is so like... What kind of evidence can I help with this? I have a couple of questions about your housemaid. Does she smoke? She's a thief. Why would the cigarette He was there at the photograph. He can't be outside. He couldn't have been outside. He was inside with the photograph. Oh, I'm so confused. I wish this was like highlighted photograph, because I have some questions about Gwenwy. God rest his soul. Why did I want to know. I hope it's not too much of knowing. Why did Monsieur Gwenwy leave to visit the garden? I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear. Oh, I see. But that is not quite coincidental timing, is it? How so? Well, Monsieur Gwenwy fell sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived and just before the murder occurred. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness. Hold on. Hold on, Falcon. Surely you aren't suggesting that Monsieur Gwenwy's food was poisoned in some way? Ooh. I don't think so. I mean, he was stabbed. What kind of evidence I have that can make him look like he was poisoned? I don't know. I don't think I do. Wait a minute. Can I actually? I can. I didn't think I was able to look through this. There could be cigar in his food. Maybe. I don't think I do. I don't know how much this is gonna hurt me though. I don't. I do. Sparrowson actually really helped me the first time I was on this, and he was like, you do have something. I do. I do. I am. The events are too closely tied to me and mere consider. I am no expert. I think the steak would have been perfect medium to carry a small amount of poison. My word! What relevation, but what evidence do you have of this poisoning? Bearing in mind, of course, that, coroner found no signs of poisoning, and no poison was found in the crime scene. Oh, well, to be completely honest, there is no hard evidence of poisoning, but we can't speculate. No, Monsieur Falcon, we cannot. I knew it. I lost favor. There is no need to be outlandish theories like poisoning into the equation. Monsieur Gwenwy was always found had a soft stomach. It's not really surprised that he couldn't keep up down to rare steak. Do you have another question? I do. Select a statement. Oh my gosh, that was my first nick. I don't know what else to ask. I'm looking at this again. I guess I ask him about... I don't... Fine, I'll ask him about... Baron, we saw the murder scene in your garden for ourselves. When was the last time you visited... Wait. Wasn't there a question about his fountain? Dinner. Did I look here? I think I did. Should I really ask about the cutlery? Fine. I don't know. Earlier today, we established that silverware was stolen from your residence in your pirate banquet. Indeed, I am aware of whom the culprit is. You do? But I have decided not to press charges. It is curious then that you decided to serve steak if it isn't what one that describes a finger food after all. I don't know about that, Falcon, but that right attitude, all food can be finger food. There is nothing curious about it. Seigneur Patois and Dame Caterline were vocal lovers of rare steak. I was merely suiting their needs. Besides, what other choice did Baron have, Falcon? Serve vegetables broth like I'm a common peasant? Do be quiet, prosecutor. You sound ridiculous. Sorry, Baron. Do you have any other questions about the dinner? Yes? Regarding the red herring, regarding the stolen cutlery. I just asked this. Let's choose a different topic. Housemaid. She the thief, does she smoke? She doesn't smoke? Does she smoke? Oh, I don't want to hurt myself. I know she's a thief. He knows it too. Alrighty, fine, I'll ask him. I asked him about these 2 questions. I asked him, I asked him all these with pretty good outcomes. When was the last time you visited? I don't know. This is probably a really stupid question. Baron Regel, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, why is that? Because we have a hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash! My word is gold! Show the court the so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. This freaking cigar! This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to any man. Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Oh, okay. Sorry, Barry. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars. But I apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. This might have been I dropped my half-smoked cigar into the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I find that believable that the cigar was actually casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found inside the fountain's upper basin. A location could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped. It was deliberately hidden. There are a number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Rogel, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Got this itch. Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rogel, murdered Rosetta Gregory. That is where you want to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder. How shamelessly brazen. This is ridiculous accusation, Falcon. The Baron has an upstanding, so it is in the highest order. The allegation is baseless. You have no evidence. No means opportunity. No evidence. Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to the Baron Rogel, the prime suspect. You want to know what that means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion claws are as sharp as the surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog belly would be no trivia to him. He washed his paws in the fountain. Even Monsieur Rubino confessed just months ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous! I would have never threatened a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least had 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous! And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, food items, the necessities, good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. The photographing the guests in front of the handless clock to make it easy for editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must have been said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn of inconsistent say something? Object! You're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have the time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of sight, out of his guests, out of snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Padua Domois, since that he would ensure total control of his railway company. Alas, Dame Caterline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage! Judge, I demand that you disbar this random lunatic. No! There is only one outrage here! That is the man like you and yourself was able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're the bourgeois of words of the kind. How dare you, Casson! The utter nerve and lying scumbag of your lawyer to excuse a philanthropist like myself of something of hideous. I am nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm respectable, hardworking, capitalist. No! You are a worthless man who would blood slaughter a dear friend just to reap 4 francs. You incredulous whelp. I had to get you right now, like a damn frog! Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. Well, let's go, old man. The conciliation will be with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw! I can walk myself! This is quite an turn defense. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a matter of speaking, to be honest, no. Then I should now come for the members of the jury to come a decision to ask the animals of the court. Please be patient at this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you must say something really important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what is suggested. I haven't proved Dame Cataline's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm sure that is understand the difference. We have reached a decision. In the light of recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we anonymously find that the defendant, Cateline Demure, to be not guilty. Yeah! Not guilty! She gets to live! Oh, thank goodness! Monsieur Falcon, Petit Justin, you did it! Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We did it! We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of both of you. I'll get some wine bottle and 3 of these dirty glasses. You're amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrows and I had just worked out unveiling the truth given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh well, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know, right? Alright, I'll spell it out for you. What's going on? I saw him in the garden all drunk and verbal, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand? Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that he drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron's Rogel's cigar butt in the garden. Oh, but I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubino's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Guigny in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubino to paint me over the Baron Rugel. Dead odd hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering the photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have been gone very badly. Oh my lord. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't any lawyers in the whole France who could have won that case like that. Like this, even for the bourgeois kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petit Sparrowson. Oh no. What's going to happen to the Baron? We just trialed him. But what was that rant, though? He wanted to kill him too, though. Right? Falcon, what did we do now? Falcon? Oh. Well, I suppose I did it right, though. I helped with her trial. She needed my help. I helped her clear. I wish to continue. Your game has been saved. Yes. But this, I am gonna... Well, I guess I'll let this go for the next chapter. January 7th, 1848. The Palace de Lavore. Penguin? Let us reasonable seigneurs. I am sure that is simple as misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding in the name of the king. Arrest that Spaniard! The Fox Among Wolves. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. I'm still very, shocked, but at the same time, that reveal was just chilling. It was like, it made me have goosebumps. It felt like it was so good, and then finally when she said that, oh, chills. But that was still great nonetheless. I feel like I'm doing a lot better at this. I'm having a lot of fun. The voice acting in this is really hurting my throat, but I'm surely gonna warm up to this. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this, because I did. So hope you guys have a lovely afternoon. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a punch. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya! They're both cats, actually. Lion versus cat. Wow. Either one of them could have really taken out the McGree, the frog.